Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbangers Kitchen. I don't know about you, but I love Thai food, and one of my favorite dishes to make is Thai basil chicken with some white rice. And today I'm going to show you how to make it. This is something that I love to meal prep and eat on a daily basis. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's get cooking. I'm going to start by adding 5 Thai bird's eye chilies and 5 cloves of garlic to my mortar and pestle, and then Headbangers Kitchen smash! I'm going to smash that up to make a paste. You can also just chop these really fine, and of course if you want it spicier, add more chilies. And this is the texture that you are looking for, between chunky and pulpy. Now I'm going to get my wok on the stove and heat up some olive oil, and then in goes my chili and garlic paste. Now I'm just going to saute it, and you want to cook it till the garlic is just starting to brown and that lovely aroma of fried chilies and garlic fills your kitchen. Then I add in my ground chicken and give everything a good mix. You can also use a lean meat like turkey, and if you don't care about calories, then you can even make this with ground pork. You want to keep that chicken moving and break up that meat because you don't want big lumps of ground chicken. So give it all a good stir or mix, whatever you prefer. Once that's cooked, I'm going to add in some white pepper, some fish sauce, some dark soya sauce, and some oyster sauce, and give everything a good mix. We don't need to add salt because all the sauces have enough seasoning, so it's going to be salty enough. Now you just want to cook it to your liking. You might see some of those juices in the pan, and you can leave those as is if you want a little sauce to spoon over your rice. Or you can cook that out and dry it up if you want to put this in, say, lettuce cups. Once you become the sauce boss, it's time to add in our Thai basil, and I'm adding what will look like a fairly large amount, but like spinach, this basil will wilt and become a lot less. So add that in, give everything a good mix and turn off the heat. And our Thai basil chicken is ready and it looks delicious. But now it's time to make some rice to go with it. First, I'm going to weigh out the rice, and I'm using 150 grams of basmati rice for this meal prep. Next, I'm going to wash the rice under some running water, and you want to make sure that you wash your rice properly till the water runs clear. Now I will leave it to soak for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, pour out that water from the rice. I'm going to get my pot on the stove and add in my rice. I will generously season that rice with salt and then add in water. For this method of rice cooking, I'm using 250 ml of water. So that's 1 3/4 times the amount of rice. Turn on your stove and bring that rice to a rolling boil. And then just cover it and let it cook. You can open it up in the middle and check if it's cooking properly and if there is enough water at the bottom. After about 5 minutes of cooking, I checked the rice and the water had cooked off. So I turned off the heat and just let it sit covered for 5 more minutes. And my rice was done. It was perfectly cooked, and just look at how beautiful that rice looks. I love rice. Time to weigh the cooked rice, and this was about 400 grams, which makes 100 grams per serving. I also weighed out the Thai basil chicken, and that was a little over 500 grams, so that's about 125 grams per serving. Now I'm just going to get my little meal prep box, and I'm going to fill it up with about 100 grams of rice and 125 grams of that Thai basil chicken. And my meal prep is done. I've got food for 4 days since this recipe makes 4 servings. Time to serve it up on a plate and take a few gorgeous photos of this dish. I've got the rice and the chicken side by side, and I garnished the rice with some spring onion greens, and my Thai basil chicken with rice is ready. And this is the perfect meal for any day of the week. High on taste, low in calories, and an absolute banger of a recipe. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, time to taste. Hey folks, it's time to taste our Thai basil chicken, and look who's joining me. It's my intelligent, articulate and beautiful wife Dipti. What?
Is this your new shtick now?
Yes.
Great, fabulous. Guys, I want to start this off by complaining that I've been asking him to make this for like a year now and he never does. I think that's for you guys. So guess who he loves more?
I made it for her. It's just that it was with regular basil and not Thai basil.
That was a long time ago.
Okay, anyway, let's taste.
Any excuse to eat Thai food.
Yes. And I love this. This is
one of my favorite things.
And it's so easy to make.
Is this the spice-wuss version?
No, I use 5 chilies. And you've got little pieces of chili also.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, and despite using 5 chilies, it's got the most beautiful lull of spice. It's not hot that burns your face. It's like the back of the tongue. There's a bit of heat.
Yeah. I mean, I would like a bit more spice, but it's delicious. It's just the saltiness of the
fish sauce.
Yeah, and the slight floral notes from the basil.
The basil, oh yeah.
It's so simple, but it has like so many layers of flavor. It's delicious.
I'll just go on eating this.
So what's the USP of this?
The USP?
Is it low carb? I mean, it's obviously not low carb, but...
No, this is just a perfectly healthy weekday meal.
True.
This is my meal prep. This is what I'm eating to lose weight. It's chicken.
You can lose weight eating this?
Yeah, I mean it's...
Sign me up.
What's this?
I'm gonna eat this every day, twice a day, 3 times a day.
Okay. So I guess Dipti has given this the horns up, and I hope you guys will make this as well. And you know what? I'll see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Until then, cheers and keep cooking.
How dare you! This is exploitation. I was napping!